So what will the impacts on the commercial real estate market be from the coronavirus situation that we're in right now? This is April 2nd, 2020. And we're only a few weeks into this. Most areas of the country, I'm on the East Coast, so we're a couple weeks behind some of these other areas. New York is in the thick of it. So how is this going to impact commercial real estate? So obviously retail is going to be the hardest hit. With all the retail closures, restaurants, things like that, they're going to take the biggest hit. The face of retail, the landscape of retail has forever been changed by this and will forever be changed by this. We will see shopping malls all across the country that will not reopen. We'll see retailers that will not reopen, that will go out of business. We will see restaurants that will not reopen, that will go out of business. Now, some of those spaces may get reopened, second, third, fourth generations down the road when we get into 2021. But that will not happen this year. So that's going to be the biggest hit. The office sector is going to struggle. There are going to be a lot of people and a lot of companies that will realize how much more profitable they are without the brick and mortar, without the office, things like that. A lot of the companies can't work that way and won't work that way. They'll get back as soon as they can. But it's just like retailers and just, some of the office sectors, they're going to realize how much more efficient they are by not having that overhead of a brick and mortar space, especially given what can happen out of the blue. And with the coronavirus, if we don't get a vaccine anytime soon, then there is the worry that this could come back in the fall or next year. So these types of things are now real in people's minds, and you don't want to get caught with a big overhead when something like this happens. So the way to hedge that is to be virtual, and some companies can't, some can. So you got to look at the sectors that are going to be prone to an event, economic event like this, a pandemic or, financial collapse. So retail, obviously restaurants, triple net, single tenant, triple nets, those are going to get hit the hardest. Office will be next. Multifamily is going to take a hit in the short term, but the long-term effects on multifamily are yet to be seen. The question there, sorry about that. The question there is going to be, what kind of rent controls are going to come out of this from a long-term perspective? So we're seeing, a lot of cities, not let anybody evict any tenants. So there's going to be some eviction moratoriums. There's going to be rent increase moratoriums. So I think that could be something that could be on the permanent landscape. There was rent controls already. A lot of states were already getting on the rent control bandwagon before this happened. So I think that'll get more and more prevalent as we go along. So those are some of my initial thoughts. I'll make a separate video on how long this thing will last and what I'm looking for and when the economy should come roaring back. But right now, those are my thoughts on the effects of commercial real estate from the coronavirus. So be out there, be smart, be careful, be safe. I'll see you on the next video.